Hello everyone, today we are going to be creating a pop art seascape and it's going to have a sunrise on the horizon line. So we've been working on landscapes, and a landscape is a picture of land. The last assignment we did is cityscape, which is a picture of the city. And then now we're going to do a seascape, which is a picture of water. All right, it could be the sea, it could be a lake. It can be any form of water. And we're also going to look at the horizon line. So what you want to do with your pencil, let me sharpen mine really quick. It's a very simple drawing. We're just going to add some flair to it for making it a pop art piece. So what you're going to do on your piece of paper is you're going to draw a line across. Now this line is going to be the horizon line. The horizon line is where the sun sets and the sun rises. I tried to make mine straight, but I think it's kind of crooked. So the sun is going to be setting on this line, and it's also going to be rising on this line. Our sun today could be either. It's up to you to use your imagination to figure out which one it is. But we're just going to have it right above this line. We're going to draw a little circle. Don't draw it too little. All right. Now we're going to draw some rays. Now instead of drawing rays like this, we're going to start from over here, and we're going to draw some triangles in and then go back out. So some V's. We're going to do them different lengths, closer, a little wider. Some that are skinny. One more. We want to make it kind of cartoony, so it's okay if it's not perfect. This one, I think I'm going to move. It's kind of weirdly slanted. All right, try to reset. All right, if you want to add one more in, if you have some space, you could add another one in. All right, we're trying to make it kind of cartoony, so it's okay if it's not perfect. Now, our sun is setting on the horizon line, which is on the water. So what we're going to do is kind of create this kind of zigzaggy shape where the line, where the water is. And we're kind of cut over and go back. And this is the reflection of the sun on the water. So we're going to keep that nice and bright. Now, we're also going to add some rays on the water. Just like if it was like a reflection. So some V's. You could do one more if you want. Next, so I'm all done in terms of drawing. I know it was pretty simple, but I'm going to show you how we're going to make this into something kind of cool. So we're going to draw, we're going to outline with our marker. We want big, bold lines. We want this to have a comic book look. So very simple, clean lines. That's why the black marker comes in handy. Oops. Might fix my circle a little bit. Now, if you don't have a black marker, you could use a black crayon or a black color pencil. I'd say your pencil is like a last resort, only because it does have a tendency to like not bleed, but smear. All right, now that we have our seascape, we're going to do something interesting. You're going to need a red marker and a blue marker. Red, blue, and yellow. Reaching red, blue, and yellow. Now it doesn't matter if it's light blue or dark blue, you can decide. I'm going to do dark blue. So I have my red, blue, and yellow. So if you remember, these are the primary colors. And what we're going to do is we're going to do the sun first. So just the sun. Instead of coloring it, though, we're going to use dots. Now, we wanted this to look like a comic book. And back in the days when comic books first started coming out, they would not create blank, like flat colors. So you wouldn't see something colored in fully because the printing press just couldn't handle that. So they created a system called Ben-Day dots. And the Ben-Day dots are literally dots that are close together. This one's hard because it's yellow. But they're not touching each other. And if you look at it far away, once it's filled in with dots, and not dots like this, as you can see, I'm physically making dots. And once it had enough dots and they didn't touch each other, you could look from far away and it would look yellow. And it was easier for production of comic books. So we're going to do that too. I know that's really bright. So I'm also going to do that for the sky in the back on the top part. I'm going to do red. Now I'm not going to do blue because I'm going to save my blue for my water. And we're only going to be able to use these 3 colors. So we want to make sure that we spread them out. So this process takes a little bit of time, but you're going to do red for the sky. We're just working on the sky part. And then we're going to do yellow for our rays and our sun. As you can see, my dots are not touching each other. Try to make sure they're full dots. You could do this dot, but you want them so they don't touch each other. But you also don't want them so that they're super small. I like to do like a section at a time and then come back. You can do this with crayons. It just might take a while. Just like with markers. Now if you know someone who plays bingo, like a bingo hall, or has played bingo, they might actually have something called a dauber. A dauber is basically a ink. It's made out of like ink, and it's made a circle. You can literally just daub on your circles. But I don't have that, so I'm gonna keep going. So I'm just working on the top half. So I'm actually gonna go in and do all these rays yellow dots too. I'm gonna speed it up in just a moment so you can see me do the top half. As you can see, if you saw the time lapse, you can create circles, or you can just really push hard and do like a full circle with your marker. Now I'm going to do yellow for my inside of my water, and I'm going to do it for my rays, and everything else is going to be blue. And it's okay to have a range of dots. They don't all have to be the same. We're not machines, so it's not going to be perfect. All right, I'm going to do the next part, which is going to be the blue and the rest of the yellow, and I'm going to zip through that.